Hey, brothers and sisters, I mentioned on Saturday that I would send you out a little tutorial to try and help you use the website BibleHub.com. This used to be called Biblos, but they've recently changed the name to BibleHub, and so you see it up here, BibleHub.com. There are a lot of different ways to use this, so you'll want to go on and kind of play around with it some. But you can see down here on the introductory page, if you wanted to search for a particular Bible text, you would put the name of the book and the chapter and verse right in here and click on that. If you wanted to search for a certain topic like power or love or patience, you would put it in there. And then Strong's Concordance, we won't talk about that one right now. I'll show you some other ways to use that. But the way I primarily use it is by going up here to the top, and you can click the drop-down menu. You can pick the book of the Bible you want, and we'll pick Philippians since that's what we're studying. You can pick the chapter and verse you want. Here you've got all the verses in chapter 1, but if you want to go on down to chapter 2, you can pick it. But let's come back up to chapter 1, verse 8, one of the verses we talked about on Saturday. When you click on that, the first thing that comes up is you have Philippians 1, verse 8, and then you'll see that verse in a number of different translations. I don't know how many they're listing here, probably more than 20, but you can look at it in these translations. Then out to the side here, you can see that you can click on this if you want to read the passage in its context. Actually, you don't even have to click on that. You can read the passage in its context. You can a bigger context, the entire chapter, then you would click here. Then here you've got cross-references. You've got other passages that may seem to be similar to this one that you might want to study and look up. One of the most useful tools that we have in BibleHub is the ability to pick a particular word and really focus on what the meaning of that word is, not from an English dictionary, but from Greek itself. So let's say we're looking at this passage, God can testify how I long for all of you with the affection of Christ Jesus. We look at another translation, it says the compassion of Christ Jesus. We see affection in several of the others. We come down to the King James Version, and the New King James Version says the affection of Christ, but the old original King James, which I must be skipping over it here somewhere. I know it's usually in here. It actually says with the bowels of compassion. There's the King James. For God is my record, how greatly I long for all of you in the bowels of Jesus Christ. And so we're saying, now what is this word? So in order to do this study, we want to go up here, and you can either go to interlinear or you can go to lexicon. I find it, for most people who don't know Greek, it's a little easier just to go to the lexicon here. So let's click on that. And then the lexicon page comes up. And so here we see our English translation out here. For God is my witness, how I long for all of you with the affection. And we come down here, and so there's our word affection. We see it as the Greek word splanknos. I told you on Saturday it's a difficult word to pronounce. It doesn't sound like a Greek word. It sounds more like a German word, kind of a guttural word. And so you can get a little bit of the definition here on this page, the inward parts, the heart, liver, lungs, figuratively the emotion. But to go deeper with this, you click here on this number. Now these are the numbers from Strong's Concordance. Different words in Strong's are given different numbers, and you find them by number. But it's made easy here by you just can click on this link and it will take you to the Strong's Concordance. And so it comes up Here's our word, splachnon. And then we have some material that comes out of Strong Concordance, gives us the actual Greek word, then it gives us the anglicized word, the transliteration of it, gives you a short definition of it. And so really you have to go further than a concordance to get really into the definition of it. So it refers to some word studies that have been done on this word, and you can look those up, you can read those. And then you come on down to Thayer's Greek Lexicon, which is where you usually get the most helpful information. He will even give background information like this: the Greek poets, from this poet he mentions, on down, the bowels were regarded as the seat of the more violent passions, such as anger and love. But in Hebrew, they're the seat of tender affections, especially kindness. And so you get more of an explanation there. And so even if you don't read Greek, this BibleHub tool can be very helpful to you in looking up the meaning of certain Greek words. We have to be careful not to make too much of what we read, because sometimes there are different layers of meaning, and the meaning is more nuanced, and the meaning is more determined by the context that the verse occurs in. But this tool will be helpful to you. So hopefully you can go back and replay this and learn basically how to use the BibleHub software here, or the website. You can go back to the original and enter in, like in the topic line that I mentioned to you earlier. Like if we go back to the first page that we were on, go back to the BibleHub, you may want to play around. Here you can click on topics. It'll give you a list of topics. Here you can enter in your topic that you want to search for. And then once you find that, you can come back and still use the lexicon tool that will help you look up other words. So hopefully this little short introduction will be valuable to you, and I think it will be a tool that you will enjoy using and will be very profitable for you. So that's it. Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you in our next class on October 31st.